Mtazamaji, picha nataka kukuonesha ni picha za huzuni ambazo zimetokea katika upande ule wa Mavoko, na tunamuona Raila Odinga na wenzake, ikiwa na gavana wa Vinyandeti, vile vile kiongozi wa Wiper Kalonzo Musyoka, Secretary General wa chama cha ODM Edwin Sifuna, pamoja na viongozi wengine wakiwa wamezuiliwa kuingia ama kuaccess shamba lile la Mavoko. Leo asubuhi walikuwa katika mkutano mmoja na Africa Young Leaders, na wakasema kwamba wanatembelea wale ambao wamebomolewa kule upande wa Mavoko. But sasa kufikia pale imekataa, ama polisi wamekataa kuwapatia access viongozi hawa, na wakasema kwamba hawaruhusiwi. Hata tunaambiwa kwamba, ama tumepata taarifa kwamba member of parliament ama ukipenda MP wa eneo hilo pia yeye amekatazwa kuingia katika maeneo haya kwa sababu ni Azimio la Umoja. Na katika video pia vile vile ambayo nataka kukuonesha, inaonesha majibizano kati ya Raila Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka wa Vinyandeti, Edwin Sifuna wakijibizana na polisi, mtazamaji, na utamsikia Kalonzo Musyoka akizungumza akimueleza kwamba this might cost you your job and all that. Hebu sikiliza mtazamaji na utazame kwa makini, kwa sababu hapa mambo sio mazuri.
We drove through these leaders. I cannot. Hata chakula mnakataza. I cannot. Mheshimiwa knew what happened when he came last Sunday. What happened? He knows himself. He can tell you.
What happened? I came in and you refused me to talk to people.
You told yourself people chased you away.
How?
They told you leave us alone. We are peaceable. Don't require your peace hour. That's exactly that is exactly what happened. Now if we come in big delegation like this, we can't. Everything will go wrong there. And people are very, very peaceful.
Even us,
they want just assistance to be gathered to remove their things.
Also, we are also peaceful people. What we are saying is this, there's a middle ground. Just 1 minute.
The way you have formed yourselves up.
1 minute.
There is an indicator, something will not.
1 minute only. I want to explain.
Just listen to Prime Minister.
We are opposition leaders. We are the government. The government on one side and on this other side. You need to respect your position. You are not destructive people.
It is respected, Mheshimiwa. It's only that it's not timely.
Are our supporters.
It's not timely.
We want to just go up.
What is the best time to come?
What's the best time to come?
What is the best time to come?
Until I complete the operation.
When are you concluding?
My timeline is yet to go.
When do you anticipate to conclude? Because we will come back.
Now, Afande, let me ask you. I'm the area member of parliament. This is a governor Machakos.
No problem. You came yourself as an area of but you see the kind of
assessing
the reaction that was shown against you.
Let him answer one question. Yeah. When do we anticipate that this process will take?
Probably leave it until next week.
Next week?
Yes.
No, but we are allowed as civilians to go and see. We are not interfering.
The time to see is not yet. The operation is still going on. A lot of activities are going on there.
We are not interfering with whatever they are doing. But you are entitled
to direct interference, because who are you going to see? You are seeing the person who is removing his own belongings, telling him to stop. Come and hear what he wants.
No, that's not what we are using.
We want to talk to the country about what is going on here. And we are not allowed to talk about it. Because it is not a government operation.
This is not a context between the government. It's not a context between the government and the opposition. This is just a if I don't use him as the area MP and you as the government, and now as you as the governor, it's just a simple focus.
Na ni matukio ambayo yametokea asubuhi ya leo, siku ya Jumanne, na it is very unfortunate kwamba viongozi wa kitaifa kama kina Raila Odinga na Kalonzo Musyoka wanaweza kukatazwa kufika katika eneo fulani. Hata hivyo polisi wanasema kwamba wako na sababu na wako na reasons za wao kukataa kuwakubalia kuingia katika maeneo yale, isipokuwa kwamba kiukweli hakuna na hakufai kuwa na reason yoyote ya kukataza kiongozi wa kitaifa kama Raila kuingia mahali popote. Na ndipo tunasema jamani, siasa hizi hazifai kuwepo hata kidogo. Vile vile Raila Odinga alikuwa katika eneo la Turkana, unakuka, na pia walimkataza kuongea na hata wakavuruga mkutano ambao ulikuwa pale. Hii ni mara ya pili, actually sio mara ya pili mwaka huu, but ni mara ya pili mwezi huu ambapo kinara huyu wa upinzani anakatazwa kuingia ama kufika katika eneo fulani, na tayari tunajua uchaguzi umeisha, tunajua siasa zimetulia. Hata hivyo, wakati ambapo tunatarajia kwamba mambo sasa yanafaa kuwa mazuri, mambo sasa yanafaa kuwa yanaangazia Wakenya kufanyiwa kazi, ndio tunaona vitu kama hivi ambavyo vinatokea. Nafikiri kwamba isipokuwa tu labda kutoa hotuba yake na kuzungumza na baadhi ya waathiriwa pale katika shamba lile, hakuna kitu kingine ambacho Raila Odinga labda na wafuasi wake wangefanya tu. Ilikuwa tu ni kwenda kuwaona na kuwatia moyo. Hata hivyo pia inika kusikika ni nani ambaye ametoa sharti lile kwamba, ama sheria ile kwamba wasiingie na wasifike katika eneo hilo. Hata hivyo, mtazamaji, bila kukuchosha, wakati huo baada yake kukatazwa kuingia, ametoa statement, ametoa statement Raila Odinga kuhusiana na kile ambacho amekiona pale, kuhusiana na kile ambacho kimefanyika na kile ambacho anafikiria kuhusiana na demolition hii. Tupatane katika video ijayo na kuacha na statement hiyo ya Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga.
The evictions and demolition of dwellings would be a thing of the past. It is a fact that in July 2022, during the launch of the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, Ruto promised that he would put to an end the culture of illegal evictions of people and property demolition if elected president. He went on to promise that where necessary, affected people would be provided with enough notice and compensation promptly paid. Well, it is October 2023 and a human tragedy is unfolding before the eyes of Kenyans under Ruto's watch and his loud silence, in fact order. What has gone on here in Mavoko these past few days is not just inhumane, it is also ungodly. What is going on here is forced eviction, the exact crime Ruto promised to bring to an end in July last year. It's a gross violation of human rights, the right to adequate housing at a time the administration purports to be working to ensure that everyone has shelter. What's going on here indicates a systematic disregard of recognized human rights standards on the part of the state. The affected families, some among the poorest of the poor, and their upcoming middle class, have not only witnessed lifelong savings demolished and crushed to ashes, they have been left to fend for themselves on the streets without basic shelter. Children who were learning in some of the schools here have seen their classrooms flattened into open fields, the upcoming exams standing. A regime whose top leadership never missed an opportunity to show that they are deputies of Christ is presiding over the demolition of houses of worship. The evictions have taken place just as the rains are beginning to set in. They are taking place in bad weather without any compensation, alternative accommodation, or access to safe and secure food, safe drinking water and sanitation and medical services. The evictions have been accompanied by the excessive use of force by the police and local authorities. They have been intended to inflict inhuman pain and damage, and you can see my back. There are reports of injuries and theft of property belonging to the people whose suffering and loss is already too grim. There was definitely no or inadequate prior eviction notice. Kenyans in 2009 evictions and resettlement guidelines require notice to be written or published in the official government gazette 90 days ahead of time. Yet, within minutes of a court ruling, people have lost their homes and their livelihoods. People have been left homeless and destitute, without means of earning a livelihood and with no effective access to legal or other remedies. Nobody gave these people a chance to pursue further legal redress. Someone who seemed to have known how the court was going to rule stood ready to swing into action and inflict maximum pain on residents immediately the ruling was made. Above all, this destruction of life, lifelong savings of people has come at a time that Kenyans are struggling with extremely high taxes, high cost of living, and a collapsing Kenya shilling. Without compensation, those who have lost homes will certainly never be able to rebuild. People have suffered here because of failure of the state to control speculation in land, housing, and property. One thing that's being used against the opposition to the demolitions is that East African Portland Cement owns the land and the titles were fraudulent. We therefore demand investigations and accountability of everyone, private and public, involved in this. But secondly, know that Portland is majority owned by the government. The demolitions, are they necessary? Victims are Kenyans. Was there another solution? Government has always settled people everywhere. We even have a settlement fund to get people land. We had the case of Waitiki land in Likoni, which was resolved by the settlement fund to pay the owner and the unsettled squatters, and that was a private land. Why couldn't this matter be handled the same way? Was this a great and urgent use of the land where demolition was done that so greatly overweighed people's lives and savings? What is the urgent use that could not allow people time to move out by, say, next year? Are there personal interests riding on the guise of public interest? Does the East African Portland Cement understand that there are things people can do to fight back and even end its existence as a company? We are talking about people who most likely use the company's cement to construct houses only for those same houses to be destroyed in the name of the same company. As a party, we, as Azimio, we can't let this continue to go on unchallenged. We are determined to ensure that cruel crime is answered for. Somebody will have to take the responsibility for this bestiality. The Kenya Kwanza administration must immediately halt any further demolitions. Must share